My role in Dharma's journey. I am Krishna, born as a mortal yet divine, an avatar of Vishnu. My purpose was clear from the moment I descended into this world: to protect Dharma righteousness, guide humanity, and restore balance when adharma unrighteousness threatened to consume the world. The Mahabharata was not just a war of kinship, it was the battlefield where Dharma would be tested, redefined, and upheld. My role, subtle yet pivotal, was to guide its principal players, often from the shadows, and ensure that the path of righteousness prevailed. 1. The seed of conflict. Understanding Kuru's fate. The seeds of the Great War were sown long before my earthly incarnation. The Kuru dynasty, a lineage destined for greatness, was marred by ambition, ego, and greed. Duryodhana, blinded by jealousy, sought to strip his cousins, the Pandavas, of their rightful kingdom. Yet, this conflict was not about kingdoms or revenge, it was a cosmic necessity. The world had drifted into an age of corruption. Kings exploited their people, rulers clung to their power through deceit, and Dharma was fading. I knew this war would be inevitable, but my role was not to prevent it, was to ensure it served a higher purpose. Through it, humanity would learn the essence of righteousness and its cost. 2. My bond with the Pandavas, an anchor of guidance. Among the Pandavas, I found vessels for Dharma. Yudhishthira, the eldest, represented justice, though he was flawed by his attachment to morality. Arjuna, the greatest archer, embodied valor, yet his heart often wavered under the weight of emotions. Bhima, strong yet impulsive, was a force of action. Nakula and Sahadeva symbolized loyalty and wisdom. My bond with Arjuna was the deepest, for he was the instrument of Dharma's triumph. From the moment we met, I recognized his potential and his doubts. My friendship with the Pandavas was not favoritism, as some might think, but a recognition of their role in the cosmic balance. When Draupadi was humiliated in the Kaurava court, her cries echoed through the heavens. I swore to protect her honor, not because of personal ties, but because her dignity was a cornerstone of Dharma. Her humiliation marked the tipping point, making war inevitable. 3. The diplomat. Seeking peace amidst chaos. Many misunderstand my role as a peacekeeper. I did not wish for war, I sought to avoid it. When the Pandavas, exiled and humiliated, demanded their rightful share of the kingdom, I offered myself as a mediator. Standing in the Kaurava court, I appealed to Duryodhana's sense of fairness, offering peace for just 5 villages. But Duryodhana's heart was a fortress of pride. He rejected my plea, even attempting to capture me, a futile act against my divine essence. His arrogance sealed his fate, and the war became unavoidable. Yet, even then, I did not abandon my role as a guide. My purpose was not to fight but to steer humanity toward enlightenment. 4. The charioteer. Guiding Arjuna on the battlefield. The Kurukshetra battlefield was the culmination of Dharma's test. As Arjuna's charioteer, I took the humblest of roles, yet it was here that my guidance shone brightest. When Arjuna, overwhelmed by the prospect of fighting his kin, lowered his bow in despair, I revealed the Bhagavad Gita, my eternal teachings. Through the Gita, I taught Arjuna and the world about the essence of life and duty. I reminded him that the soul is immortal, that actions must align with one's dharma, and that attachment is the root of suffering. I urged him to act selflessly, without desire for rewards, and to trust in the divine plan. These teachings were not for Arjuna alone, they were for all humanity. The Gita transcends time, offering wisdom to navigate life's moral dilemmas. My role in this moment was not to dictate but to awaken Arjuna's understanding of his place in the cosmic order. 5. The strategist. The subtle hand of Dharma. Though I did not wield a weapon, my influence shaped the war's outcome. Some questioned my methods, calling them manipulative or even unethical. But Dharma is not always black and white. In the age of adharma, unconventional means are sometimes necessary to restore balance. I advised Bhima to strike Duryodhana's thigh, knowing it was against the rules of mace combat. I revealed Karna's lineage to the Pandavas, a truth that shook Arjuna but weakened Karna's resolve. I orchestrated the death of Bhishma and Drona, stalwarts of the Kaurava side, not out of malice but to ensure the victory of Dharma. Was this deceit? Perhaps to the untrained eye. But my actions were guided by greater good. In a world tainted by adharma, I had to navigate the fine line between morality and pragmatism. 6. Lessons in loss. The cost of dharma. Victory in the Kurukshetra war came at a price. The battlefield was drenched in blood, with countless lives lost. Even the Pandavas, though victorious, were left scarred. Yudhishthira, burdened by guilt, questioned whether the war had been worth it. I reminded him and all who doubted that dharma is not about personal gain or loss. It is about the collective good, the evolution of humanity. The war was not a triumph of one family over another, it was a rebirth of righteousness. Yet, the war also signaled the end of an era. With the death of Duryodhana, Karna, Bhishma, and others, the age of heroes came to a close. My purpose on earth was nearing its end. 7. The legacy of Dharma. As I reflect on my role, I see myself not as a warrior or kingmaker, but as a guide. I did not control the players, I illuminated their paths. My actions were not about favoritism or ambition, they were about ensuring that Dharma prevailed, even in the face of chaos. The Mahabharata is not a story of war, it is a story of life, filled with complexities and contradictions. Through my presence, I sought to teach humanity that righteousness is not always easy or straightforward. It requires sacrifice, courage, and unwavering faith. My journey as Krishna, the Avatar, was but a chapter in the eternal play of the universe. The lessons I imparted through the Mahabharata continue to resonate, reminding humanity that Dharma is eternal, and the divine is always present, guiding those who seek the truth. Would you like me to expand on any specific episodes, such as the Bhagavad Gita or my strategies during the war? I can elaborate on these to reach the desired length.